Всім привіт! Сьогодні ми продовжуємо проходити Шерлока Холмса. Ми вже пройшли 3 справи. 4 буде називатись «Випадок в Еббі Грейндж». Почнемо. Ходімо, Ватсоне, ходімо. Гра почалась. Ані слова. Цікаво, що за гра? Я чекатиму на вас у вітальні. Я щойно отримав записку від інспектора. Лист із передмістя. Кожного разу, коли він просив мене про допомогу, це було цілком виправдано.
I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
Холмс, ви...
I beg your pardon,
Що за розборки?
It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Чому вона постійно дивиться?
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Нагороди. Срібний ніж. Де діли золотий? Грандіозний скандал у вищому суспільстві. Відомий видатний археолог, гордість нашої нації, сер Родні, був знайдений убитим. Злочин було скоєно у римських лазнях, де велися археологічні розкопки. Добре. А де лист?
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
I can tell from
З
Lestrade's
листа
handwriting
можу
that he
судити,
was
що
in
він
a
писав
hurry when
його
he wrote this letter.
поспіхом.
The Brackenstall family
Фамілія
coat of
герб.
arms. A wax seal with the
Воскова
monogram
печатка з монограмою UB. Еббі Грейндж. Дорогий Холмс, я був би дуже радий, якби ви негайно надали мені допомогу в одній непересічній справі. Я відпустив даму, проте все інше буде в тому ж вигляді, в якому я це виявив. Але благаю вас, не втрачайте ні хвилини, мені не хотілося б залишати тут сера Юстиса. І що він хоче?
So, what is
Та що це за справа?
Promising, as always, it
Обнадійлива.
appears to be a case of
Схоже,
murder.
справа про
So you
вбивство.
believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so.
Схоже на те.
Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high
Люди належать
society.
до вищого
The quality of the
суспільства.
writing paper,
Якісний
the
папір,
EB monogram,
монограма,
their coat of arms.
власний герб.
The crime was committed before midnight.
До півночі.
How can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Цікавий ранок. Ну, поїхали. Ого, які картини.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not
Не
have
варто
troubled
було
you
нас
after all.
турбувати, каже.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which
Коштовний
is of great
срібний
value.
сервіс.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise a right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
Так.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Та я хотів зразу до тіла.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall. Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Lord George Brackenstall. Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Дружина.
We were married
Записала.
only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Мені здається, що це не пограбування було. Інакше було б все дуже просто.
Can you describe
Не
to me the
могли б ви
events of yesterday evening?
розповісти?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book. Before I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and, oh God,
Please, go on.
as I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
Ну, негідно це убив.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Звучить як
Your
мотив.
ladyship? Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Вона дуже схожа на цю дружину. Кров. І там пляма крові на
As I
руці.
sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
М. Сімейний бізнес процвітає. Зграя Рендолів знову вийшла на вулиці. Менше 2 тижнів тому, сумнозвісна бандитська зграя Рендолів знову відзначилася. Як зручно. В них якраз газета про тих, кого вони звинувачують. Мгм.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article. These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame. This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
Ще один стіл.
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one? So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Якесь співпадіння. Вони дуже рідні.
My mistress is very tired.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it. Your ladyship?
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Угу.
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Так легко це працює, так? Сер Юстас, ваш нинішній стан тіла і розум викликає велику тривогу. У вас спостерігаються ознаки печінкової недостатності. Під час останньої зустрічі червоні очі, шкіра жовтуватий відтінок. Гнійні процеси в легенях. Тремтіння кінцівок, судоми в ногах. Цироз.
Antique coins
Старовинні
possibly of
монети.
value, but they're scattered without care. It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Так, поговоримо ще.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
Леді вийшла заміж невдовзі після прибуття. А це откуда? Чого ми припускаємо, що вона знайома з моряком?
should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Antique hunting weapons.
Мисливська зброя. Келихи.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear. Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Ну, я так розумію, типа налили на 3, а
A
плитки
decanter
2.
standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed. Sailor's knots. That's interesting.
Морський
This
вузол.
rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me. This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to. This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France. An empty silverware box.
Порожня
It appears
скринька.
that the intruders have stolen the contents. A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Ну, звучить дивно.
The hunting scene. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. A deer hunt. So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Quite a large stick. A
Велика
formidable
палиця.
weapon. That must be the murder weapon. Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress. The head was cracked with the force of the blow. It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Так, що тут? Поки ми не знаємо.
A fur trader's cabin. It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Вищий хтось. Попитаємо.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Ну, це так знав, що інше. Та. Ну, це ми знаємо.
Please leave my men.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Звучить так собі. Поїхав на Бейкер-стріт. Проведемо аналізи.
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut.
Акуратно розрізані.
Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope. The fibers from this cut appear to be different. fibers from this cut appear to be different. If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Досвід моряка чого? Мені треба ще якась інформація. Хто такий Тобі?
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case. I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cup.
Ну, давай Тобі.
Search, Toby.
Ми граємо за собаку. Ну, я ж сюди хотів виходити.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the
Ми
silverware.
зайшли в сарай. Зараз ми там знайдемо срібло.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Там поруч ворота.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route. The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. There's something glittering at the bottom
Щось
there,
блистить.
but how can I reach it? If only I had something with which I could lift. The wheel handle is old and... This
Ого,
hook
сюди.
might be useful. Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty. Bags of seed.
Мішки
Some
з
empty bags
насінням.
were recently moved. Silverware.
Столове
This is hardly a
срібло.
coincidence. The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Мотивом злочину було пограбування? Ні. Ага. Хіба Бейкер-стріт? М, 93-й. Суховантаж лінії. Повернувся до Англії після 6-місячного плавання. На борту корабля прибула міс Мері Фрейзер, яка володіє землею та олов'яними копальнями.
Here it is. The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Знову тих хлопців пази.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you
Będę
could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
3 години по тому.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins. This list shows the senior
Список
officers of the
старших
Rock of
офіцерів.
Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior
Это
officers
список
of
старших
the Adelaide,
офіцерів.
Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London
Був у
on
Лондоні
November the
7
7th.
листопада. Ой, ні. Вертаємо той.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days. This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know. Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days. This list. I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
Треба ще знайти когось.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Все, шукаємо його.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him. Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here,
Знову биться.
Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Кілька годин.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Зетні чорнила. Чисте взуття. О, ніж.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot.
Excuse.
Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Крокер каже неправду. Ну да, він. Ну, по ідеї, все.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a
А
sea
чому ти
knife.
зразу не
The knots
сказав?
were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Ну, це так. Ей.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case. Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
Нарешті, каже, без проблем розв'язана справа. Ну, тут все правильно. Ви типу могли його спасти якось, да? Так, ну що ж, ми пройшли ще один епізод, ще одну справу розкрито. Дякую за перегляд, підписуйся, став лайки, коментуй. Па-па.